So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And this is Sita Ramachandra, DGM of UEducate Global, taking care of the functionality and documentation and also the marketing part of it. So, today we are welcoming all of you, the distinguished guests from Pune. And we love to be in your presence to hear you. We are all waiting for that. And on different topics that has been shared already with you. And this is a part of our awareness campaign, which we are doing it across the cities, where we wanted to bring the attention of all educators and also the main persons who guide the students and guide the teachers and entire education system to the important piece of technology and the latest trends in the technology and how we require to be in this new era and to guide the students, teachers, and then the institutions to get the maximum out of it. At the same time, we will not afraid of the technology that is coming on us. And that is the main purpose of these awareness campaigns. And today we have got the fifth one in the series, and we're all there with you. And thank you very much for joining us, taking your time. And yes, with this little few words, and let me just recognize the great work the principals or educators or the leaders of the schools or the institutions do. You are all committed to the education. You all love the children so much that you wanted them to be the great citizens of tomorrow. At the same time, equip them with the right education and right values. And you not only do that, yet at the same time, you also encourage the teachers and the staff to give the beautiful quality education to the children. So that is the greatest part of it. So your dedication, we salute to your dedication and we salute to your professional development and the continuous improvement that zeal behind the whole running of the institution. So with uh, recognizing the great work you do every day in and day out in shaping up the lives of thousands of children and year on year. So I welcome you all once again, and I request our President, Madam Rashmi S. Chari, to please take it forward, the webinar part of it. Rashmi, Madam.
Sitaramaji, a big thank you. And I second you in welcoming all our distinguished guests. As I was telling you, I have almost 38 years of, I have invested 38 years in education. And before joining my present assignment as president of UEducate Global, I was director academics and training with Bharatiya Shiksha Board. And and have been involved in preparing curriculum, textbooks, and planning assessments and digitization of institutions. My friends, it's a real pleasure to be able to interact with you today. And as I was telling you, that these webinars are a series of webinars that we are conducting as a part of our CSR initiative. Where we want to bring digital technology to all our schools and with the help of eminent leaders from every city of India. So these interactions with you will be uploaded on YouTube, and you can, of course, tell your teachers and followers and friends to go and watch you there, and also repost, your collaterals and images and all on LinkedIn. My friends, for the audience also, we have something special. Sometimes we feel that audience is kind of left out. So we have planned a very interesting Tech Champ quiz. Tech Champ quiz for the audience. The teachers who are in the audience, we will be sharing a link with them just now, and they will be listening eagerly to all our speakers, and based on that, they will be attempting the quiz. And at the end of our interaction, we will be getting everybody's. This will of course be up, uploaded. The results will be immediately declared. With the help of technology we can do that, and we'll be sharing the results with you all, and they will all be given a certificate of participation. So without coming between you and our audience, I'm now going to share my first question with Principal Mr. Prashant Sharma from Jindal Vidya Mandir. Prashant ji, my question to you is that please share your thoughts on why digital learning is essential for preparing students for to be the future workforce. Why digital learning is essential for preparing students for the future workforce. My question goes to you. It's over to you, please. You may answer.
Hi, good evening, and thank you, Ma'am Rashmi ji and Shri Ram ji, for giving me this opportunity to present my views on a very, very apt topic, digital learning, and preparing our students for the future as a future workforce. Uh, Also, thank you for recognizing our efforts because generally we consider teaching is a thankless job. We are called as the nation builders, but generally it's very difficult to find people who are recognizing your contributions to the society. So thank you very much for that. Uh, Coming back to the question, see the technology has revolutionized nearly every aspect of our life, be it sports today. If you see how India has been doing in sports so, recently, technology is involved. How the cinema is evolving, how the medical industry is evolving. So everybody is evolving, and why not education? And when Corona came, we proved to the world that all right, education leaders are also there to uh, to work shoulder to shoulder with every industry over there. So I think we are there, right there to compete with anyone in the world. Now comes the question where to take our students, how to prepare that workforce. See, we are entering into Industrial Revolution 5.0, and schools being the feeders of workforce, we need to upscale ourselves that when the children are entering into the work into the industry, they are better prepared to sustain themselves in that industry, and they can adapt to the changes which are happening around them. So I would say that students with the skills, knowledge, ability, only then they will be able to thrive in a rapidly evolving world, which means suppose a child is there with us in 2024, he is there in primary. When he joins the workforce in 2030, there are many jobs which we don't even know or we don't have discovered yet, right? So we have to be on the future jobs which are going to be
Yeah.
there in the
So
years to
technology is
come.
an integral part, is
Yeah,
going to be an, or
and
is rather now. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. Yes, Prashantji.
Second thing is adaptability and lifelong learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you please repeat because I am getting my voice back.
Yeah. There is some problem, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Mm.
it's okay. It's okay. So the rapid pace of technology changes
Yeah.
means learners must continuously update their skills. Digital learning fosters a mindset of continuity and lifelong learning, enabling students to stay relevant in their careers.
Yeah.
They have to
Absolutely. We
constantly upgrade their
totally agree
skills.
with you,
Um,
Prashantji. Yeah.
yeah, I was going through one of the articles where I learned that a person in this era will need to change his job at least 3 to 4 times depending upon his skills. So to be relevant in the future jobs, they need to upskill themselves after every
Absolutely.
4 to 5 years.
Prashantji,
Second thing
this
is, yeah.
one point that you have made, I will have to come back to you again because
Hmm.
we have limited time and a lot of speakers. But this one very relevant point that you have made just now, I can vouch for it.
Yeah.
Uh, I have personally, you've been able to change my jobs because I have been able to upgrade my skills. And
Yeah.
I think that actually holds true for many people from education field. You know, this is what the value of lifelong learning is something that we all educators understand, and we pick it up and we imbibe it in our lives because we have to show it to our students also. We are role models for our learners too. So Prashantji, big thank you to you. And my next question goes to Dr. Vidya Patil from Dr. Shivajirao S.
Jondhle.
Jondhle International School. Dear Vidyaji, please share your thoughts on the question. What key digital skills should students develop to succeed in a technology-driven world? Ma'am, please do not take more than 3 or 4 minutes. That should, if we do that, we will be able to give good time to everybody.
Thank you so much, Rashmi ma'am. And I second Prashant sir's thought for the gratitude to all of you as teachers or nation builders. Never been recognized as everybody get the recognitions. Okay, so thank you so much for this opportunity. And the most important thing, the digital skills students should develop. Nowadays, parents are thinking that my child is digital literate. That means he knows how to see the reels. I mean, he knows how to see the reels, how to create the reels, how to do online shopping. They know PowerPoint presentation, Excel sheet. That's it. This is the digital literacy from parents' mind, and even students are also thinking that we know this OTP, sharing OTP and purchasing things, online shopping. This is called digital literacy or digital skills they have obtained. But it's not like that. When in our school we have normally Top Tech app, my hardly 70% students are digitally literate and parents, because moreover parents and students, they don't even go into the deep that app which is provided by school to understand why it is given, why, how it should be used.
Yes.
Every now and then we take there after some few days, few time, regular interval of time, we take their trainings and all. But still, for them it's just an app. We have to open it when there is a homework, but how repeatedly we need to see that homework and all. That is the thing where this digital literacy is, that skill needs to be polished for the students. They should be aware of all these devices, their online platforms, their basic softwares, how they work effectively, how they are going to involve that
Yeah.
their literacy in their regular learning process. Same time,
Absolutely. Yeah.
they should aware about the skill main right now, which is need of an hour, and you can see is cyber security awareness.
Absolutely.
Child should be aware, parents should be aware, that students should be aware about the cyber crimes, how the cyber crime means people cheat us. Recently, one video was shown. I have seen that reel that one child has lost entire balance of their parents is their
Yes.
from their parents' bank account. In just he was playing that game, and that money was getting deducted, and
Absolutely.
almost 3 to 4 lakh they have means they
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
So this cyber security awareness skill should be developed, and we have to polish, and we have to give all kind of information related to it to the students. Next is data analysis. That is the main thing. They should have that ability to work with data using the tools like Excel, Google Sheet, PowerPoint. New apps are launching, Canva, these, that. Each and every technology revolution should be it should reach to students. It should not be it should not be like that. When we ask, do you know Canva, there should be a question mark on their face. It's a teacher's responsibility how they will provide all this information and things to them. The next is communication through digital platform. Child should be aware of, nowadays they know Google Meet, as in COVID time we use that. Moreover, they know Team. There are many more platforms where digital communication and collaborations are happening. So students should be aware about that too. Then problem solving with technology is the main skill, that they should
Absolutely.
understand how this technical skills we will use to solve our problem. Like ChatGPT is there, your WhatsApp AI, Meta AI is there. How it the students should use it positively, can say positively, to gain the knowledge. There is
Cool.
not
And
only
not,
Google is
yeah,
available. Google is
absolutely.
not there only. There are many platforms where
Yeah,
you can gain
yeah,
information. Then visualization of their thoughts.
yeah.
How you are going to visualize.
Yeah.
I mean, how you are going to present your thoughts in.
Dr. Patil, very, very relevant responses. I wish we had time to listen to you longer,
Yes,
but I will
sure.
come back to you. Thank
Yes,
you.
sure.
I
Thank you.
truly appreciate your insights and especially your caution about, cybersecurity skills.
Yes.
Helping the students learn that schools should develop cybersecurity protocols for their students to follow and enforce them. Thank you
You
so much.
always need to guide them in that manner, because nowadays
Absolutely.
it's a very risky and tricky.
Yeah. And now with
They are
this, move
these
on to
students are.
our
Yes,
next speaker,
yes,
Shrilaxmi Deshpande, Principal, Bloomfield House of Knowledge School. So, Mr. Deshpande, I would like you to share your thoughts on the question, how can schools effectively integrate digital learning into their curriculum? So, how can schools effectively integrate digital learning into their curriculum? I
Vidya,
think it is a ma'am here, Sri Lakshmi Deshpande.
yes, I'm here. Good evening
I,
to all.
I I'm very sorry. The name that I got, I thought it was Shri and Lakshmi were separate. But
No,
dear
no,
ma'am,
it's
a very
one
warm
only.
welcome to you, and please share your
Thank
thoughts
you,
on.
everyone. Uh, Actually, I want to extend my thanks to Rashmi ma'am and the team for giving me this opportunity to express my thoughts. And as education leaders, it is our responsibility to ensure that digital learning is seamlessly integrated into our curriculum in a way that enhances students' engagement and promotes academic excellence and prepare our learners for a rapidly evolving world. So how can we achieve all these things? Like we can establish a strong digital infrastructure at our schools, and we can have the digital learning environment, and it starts with reliable infrastructure, and school must invest in high speed internet, learning management systems like Google Classrooms and Microsoft's and Teams, and devices that ensure every student has access to quality education. And we have to empower our educators also through professional developments. Like teachers are at the heart of digital transformation. Comprehensive training programs must equip them with the skills to integrate technology into lesson plans, use digital assessment tools, and create an engaging online learning environment. Ongoing workshops and collaboration sessions can ensure sustained effectiveness, I think, and curate the integrate quality digital content. Digital learning should complement, not replace the traditional teaching. Like schools should incorporate interactive simulations, AI-driven personalized learning, and digital libraries to support devices, learning styles, and ensuring alignment with academic objects will help maintain high educational standards, I can think. And to engage our students through interactive learning, to maximize students' participation and all, we must adopt active learning strategies such as flipped classrooms, virtual field trips, and apart from that, gamified lessons we can have,
Yes,
encouraging collaborative projects we can do, and the discussion forums fosters a more engaging and student-centered digital learning experience we can give them. And
absolutely, ma'am. These are very, very excellent suggestions, especially,
apart from that,
yeah,
we can implement data-driven assessment and
yeah,
continuous empowerment also.
absolutely,
Digital
absolutely,
tools to provide valuable insights
yeah.
and into students' progress only. And by using data analytics from online assessments and feedback surveys, schools can track their performance also, and we can have the areas of improvements also. Where can we improve our children and our learning and teaching process? And we can continuously refine teaching methodologies.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, thank you very much for your answer. Lot of wonderful takeaways are there, and we truly appreciate your observation about project-based learning, which
One
actually
thing I
gives,
want to add, ma'am, please give me
yeah,
1 second. That
yeah.
nowadays it is a basic need like roti, kapda, makan, and the digital thing we can.
Absolutely. That is the most valid point. You said it.
Yes, yes,
So,
yes.
digital learning, I think this is going to be our quote of the webinar. That digital
Yes, it's a
learning
basic
is
need
like
now.
roti kapda or makan now. It is as essential and as integral to our survival.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Sri Lakshmi ji. Wonderful,
Thank
wonderful.
you for giving me a
Absolutely.
chance, ma'am.
And
Thank
now,
you.
with this, I come to our next speaker, Ishtiyaque Ahmed Sheikh, Principal, Empros International School. Dear Mr. Sheikh, please share your thoughts on the question, what role do teachers play in ensuring that students gain essential digital skills, and how can the students be supported by their teachers? So, over to you, Mr. Sheikh.
Hi, good evening.
Very good evening, sir.
Actually speaking, I'm driving, but I halted myself to speak to you right now. I was listening to others and I was trying to understand exactly when
This
will
is
I get a
what the
chance
life
to
is
come.
like now in 21st century. We are multitasking all the time.
Actually speaking, I was thinking when will my chance come so that I can halt myself and I can share my opinion and views
Great,
exactly.
sir. Great,
Yes.
great.
So this is something about the technology which we are thinking of. When I was a child, I was not having any kind of a technology in my hand, even not the receiver phone also. But when now I am working as a principal after so many years, so I am not thinking in the way what my father was thinking for myself. I am thinking the way the digital world is asking me to think. I am changing myself according to the situation, what the situation is asking me to do for it. The reason behind today, the child is seated at home. He knows what to do on the phone, what not to do. But what not to do is becoming very essential and easier for the child to take it ahead. It's not that. Am I audible, ma'am?
Absolutely audible.
Yeah. So nowadays, what is happening? The child knows what he or she has to do, but he is not doing the way he wants or she wants to do it. The reason behind exactly, okay, we are calling it as two parts called as a short-term pleasure and long-term pleasure. So the children of today's era, that is 21st century era, are very much easier to understand about the short-term pleasure. They don't want any kind of a long-term pleasure. They want the short-term pleasure. Mil gaya, le lo, fatak se khatam kar do. You have the 100 rupees in your pocket, go to the McDonald's, do it, the part of eating part, and then finish it off. That's all. Nobody wants to go to the bookshop to get it. Now, in this case, my teachers, I personally feel the teacher's role is to guide the child, make the child understand, realize exactly what is his or her life is all about. Even though we call it as now the chat GPT is there, artificial intelligence is there, so many things have come there in the market. But in that case, really, is the child getting the benefit out of it or not? That is the job of a principal or a teacher to do it. Let it be chat GPT, let it be artificial intelligence, but human being is going to be there. Nobody can replace the teacher, that is damn sure about it. So as a principal, I have to feel that my teacher is going to be the role model for the children to make them realize and understand the realistic of their life. आज जो है आप आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस को साथ में ले रहे हो, चैट जीपीटी को साथ में ले रहे हो, you are trying to make yourself little comfortable, but are you really happy with that? Is the child really happy with that? Parents are thinking my child is doing very good, lovely. Why? Because of the help of the technology. But what about his own creativity? What about his own skill, which is nowadays the CBSE is asking to have a skill-based learning. It has to be. So nobody can replace the teacher. The teacher is going to be the teacher till the end. Let it be artificial intelligence, let it be chat GPT, or let it be any
Dr.
kind of
Shaikh,
intelligence coming in that.
We should be able to strike a balance. We should be
That's
able
true.
to strike a balance.
That's true. That's true. Yes, on the other side, we do have to have the board, smart board in the class to teach the children through the technology. That is true. On one side, that has to be there. But on the other side, we should not 100% rely on the technology, 100% rely on the artificial intelligence or what.
Yeah.
Because till the time you as a body, you as a teacher, you don't go in front of the children to teach what your body language says, you may not be able to understand the artificial intelligence or the technology with your ears. Your body language is really very, very important to teach the children. Because as I'm also showing my hands, I'm also showing some gestures on my face.
I personally feel people who do not learn technology go into defensive. People who keep in touch with times, people who keep on upskilling themselves, they have no threat of being replaced by technology. Because they are one up. They have human qualities as well as technical qualities.
That is true. That is true. So in this case, the teacher has to be, today, the teacher has to be, we call it as a kind of encyclopedia when the teacher is entering the class. वो हमारे पास में उर्दू में कहा जाता है कि शेर को सवा शेर होना जरूरी होता है.
Absolutely.
Today the children are 100%, but the teacher has to be 125%. The teacher cannot be 95 or 90% or 85%, because definitely the children will come and sit on your head, and the children will start making the fun of the teacher. Teacher, you don't know this also.
Yeah.
So we have to upgrade ourselves. That's what I always tell myself. When I was a child, I was not having the technology, but I'm changing according to the situation, according to the era, and according to the technology.
That's very sound advice, Dr. Shaikh. I'll have to move on now, but truly indebted to you for sharing your wonderful thoughts on this, and very, very sound advice to teachers that they should keep on updating themselves. And my next question, my friends, goes to Mr. Babkar Prakash Abasaheb, Principal, Paramount International School. And my question to you, sir, is how can schools ensure equal access to digital learning tools for all students? So now here comes the question of equity. How will you ensure that all your students have equal access to digital learning tools? Over to you, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. This is Prakash Bhapkar, Principal, Paramount International School.
Yeah.
And regarding to the question, coming back to the question, it's my dream that all these students should have digital access to the technology. And how we can achieve it is that we have to see that all the students have got the equipments which can connect them digitally.
Yeah.
For example, laptop is there, tablets are there,
yeah,
computers are there. So these are some of the areas where students way
maybe
of
some
learning.
students have access, some students don't have access. So as a head of the institution, how will you ensure that all your students have access to technology or digital tools?
In that case, I can set up a library of computers library and computer lab also, so that we can make use of those computers for the students, those who do not have access to the technology.
Yeah.
And in case of computers, again, there will be some shortcoming of Thank you. Shortcoming of internet facilities we will be having. We might have the shortage of internet proper connection or the packages which we can have. That could be one of the area where we could be short of the things.
Dr. I think here the schools also have to be aware of their responsibility to invest in technology.
Right.
As you said that I will set up a computer lab. So this is a very, very positive attitude and shows your commitment to your students. So you
Right.
are ready to invest in technology. You are ready to invest in providing good internet facilities to them. You are ready to curate the best digital tools and resources for them from the open educational resources that are available. I think this is the commitment that all the school leaders need to have. Thank you so much for these insights. And I will move on to my next speaker, Dr. Poonam Singh,
Thank you.
Trustee and Principal, the Raika School. Dear Poonam ma'am, my question to you is, how can digital learning be made? Why? I can hear echo of my own voice. How can digital learning be made engaging and effective for students of all ages?
Am I audible, ma'am? Good evening, everyone.
Yes, Poonam ma'am. Yes, Poonam.
Ma'am, I personally believe that students, they learn better whenever they see things, whenever they have experience, rather than just reading the text and just having a vocal conversation in the class. So whenever there's an excitement factor, whenever there's an engaging factor, that will definitely make the whole that learning experience and the teaching experience a win-win for both. As a teacher, also you will enjoy the content as well as the students. For example, when you ask me about how the children can be engaged with digital learning, it has to be a mix of technology and different strategies, because each child is different, will have to see and cater to the needs of every child. I personally believe with one thumb rule that more the sense organs are involved, more is the engagement of the child into the learning process. For example, just 2 weeks back, there was a WhatsApp video where I saw that with the help of AI, they have transformed the pictures into the videos of different historians and the scientists. But obviously, when the children are going to see those pictures coming live into the class with the help of the digital content, obviously the interest level, the engagement level of the children is going to increase. Secondly, whenever with the help of digital content, we are able to use it in a game format, maybe in the form of a quiz, maybe when the pointers are given to them, maybe whenever the batches are given to them, when they score well, that is going to have that fun factor. Lastly, what I believe, instead of going at a stretch, why not have the digital content introduced in small bite sizes, maybe only 10-15 minutes, which is not compromise on the academics at all. So I believe that more the sense organs are engaged when they see it visually, when they hear the audios, it's going to give them the experience. It is going to make the lessons interesting. And I'm very sure the children are not going to forget the content. You need not revise and mug up things, because the tutorial memory is developed.
So gamification again is a very, very good.
And lastly, I would like to I just like to contradict Prashant sir when he said that teaching has become a thankless job. I believe that digital thing has made the teachers more proactive. Okay, we are able to reach out. For example, even now we are in different parts of India and sharing our thoughts. So digitalization has definitely helped us.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Tilak, Maharashtra Vidyalaya. how can digital learning enhance critical thinking, problem solving, and collaboration skills? Dear Shraddha ma'am, over to you. How can digital
Yes.
learning enhance critical thinking, problem solving, and collaboration skills?
Yeah. First of all, very good evening to one and all present in this meeting. And I'm very thankful, Rashmi, for making me to be a part of this program. And the topic is also very interesting as well. Now, first of all, I would like to say here, like there was a time during our schooling, there was one famous poem in Hindi. एक कौवा प्यासा था, जग में थोड़ा पानी था, कौवा डाला कंकर, पानी आया ऊपर, बस हो गई मेरे। Now, in this digitalization, this generation, एक कौवा प्यासा था, वहां पे एक स्ट्रॉ था, कौवा ने लिया स्ट्रॉ और ले लिया पानी. This is what we find the difference in this education system, in this generation as well.
Dear Shraddha ma'am, you are frozen. There seems to be an issue with her internet connection. Let me go on to my next speaker and we can come back to Shraddha ma'am once again. My next speaker is Miss Neelam Dhulia, Principal, Success English Medium School.
Yeah, very sorry. There was poor network. So am I audible, Rashmi?
Yes.
Yeah. So recently when you see the decision taken by the government, whatever things we need to apply for, everything is online because of digitalization. Recently, the 2009, before the cards of 2019 passing, all cards has to be, because of what? Again, digitalization. Here in this digitalization world, there is drastic changes which we could see. So not just as a part of gaming or entertainment for the students, but further life to survive here is digitalization is very, very important. I completely agree with few educationists here that no technology can replace a teacher. Even AI is also there. But do you think AI is having emotions unless and until you don't ask her to be emotion? No. So only that human teachers can only do all these things. So for this digitalization, it's a very important thing where every school need to work with. Every school need to upgrade their digitalization is also a part of an infrastructure, you can say, at this time. Many schools who have set up in AI and many schools who are having tie-up with the different kind of digital companies, like recently the same where we had been, we found one AI where no need to go for this your projector or any kind of, but who has made that and how it works, again we need to study on that product as well. So here,
absolutely, yes,
yeah, for this generation, children must know what could be the next, who are the maker of the nation builders, we all say. For nation is on the digital platform, so we need to upgrade our education system.
Absolutely, Shraddha ji. We totally agree with you, and we feel that critical thinking can be enhanced by giving children more challenges which are connected with their real life. So when they work on challenges or questions or projects which have a real life connect, they really can collaborate and solve a lot of problems. That really gives them an opportunity to build up their critical thinking skills, their problem solving skills. And with this, I thank you. And I move on to my next speaker, Ms. Neelam Dhulia, Principal, Success English Medium School. What are the biggest challenges schools face in adopting digital technology and how can they be overcome? Dear Neelam ma'am, your question is this.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Please.
Thank you so much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for inviting me on this platform. And my views, like the challenges adopting digital learning at school. I just wanted to start with a wide and clear face of digital learning started by the like COVID-19. And after that, the people came to know that there is some platform where we can learn also by at home. But after some time, like the school is what I wanted to be explain that the learning and teaching process can't be complete without a circle, like start from school, teacher, student, and parent. So I wanted to be cover all these four points, like starting from the school and end at the parent. What the challenges that all these points are, all these categories are finding over here, like infrastructure. If I'm speaking about the infrastructure, definitely the high speed network connectivity, installing the digital panels, maintaining high and computer labs. These are some challenges for the schools to have the digital learning. But somehow the school has to maintain this type of the facility nowadays. But still there are some more challenges, like if we having high speed network connectivity, if we having computers, if we having labs, if we having everything, but still to upgrade those technologies again and again, as the technologies and the softwares are changing day by day, and we need to be upgrade. It will not be work like if we have installed the digital panels, if we have the high speed network connectivity, and we do not upgrade it. But when we are going to upgrade those type of the technologies and software to the schools, it again having the high cost to the schools. So it's quite difficult to maintain for the like for the schools who are not having that much fees capacity of the parents. It could be possible for the parents who can have the high end fees categories, but the schools, those are not able to manage those type of the upgradation.
So,
It's quite
Neelam
difficult
ma'am,
for
the
them.
school leaders then need to be able to think creatively in order to generate funds
Yes.
through public
So
sources.
now the next thing is the teacher training. Definitely the ICT teachers can be the good resource person for adopting the digital platform, but there are more teachers who are experienced teachers and who are love to follow their traditional teaching learning methods. They don't want to be shift their teaching learning process to the digital learning. So this is also one of the thing that we need to be upgrade our teachers, definitely, and we need to be change their mindset, that we need to be upgrade. The teacher need to be upgrade. There are many teachers who are doing very good, who are well in their subjects, but they don't wanted to be shift their teaching learning process to the traditional to the digital classrooms. And the third that I wanted to be start with the students, like what happened in the case of the students, like suppose we are providing everything to the students, but the student need to be aware how to use the network connections, how to use the internet. So we need to be
Student readiness is a very
aware.
important
We need to
factor.
be aware the students about the cyberbullying, cyber what to say, cyber
Cyber
connectivity, and
security, cyber
yes,
safety.
security and everything. Otherwise, they will land up to the false sites or the another unhygienic or unuseful sites, and it will
Neelam
again
ma'am,
become.
very, very relevant points. I'm very sorry I'll have to stop you over here. I still have two more speakers to go to, but thank you for wonderful points.
Thank you.
After the presentation of CAD book, I will try to come back to you. Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And with this, I move on to our next speaker, Dr. Ashwini Pansare, Principal, Abhinav Public School and Junior College. Dear Ashwini ma'am, please share your thoughts with us on the question, how can schools keep up with fast changing landscape of technology in education? Over to you, Ashwini ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Very good evening, one and all. And thank you so much, Educate Global, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my views on this global platform. See, ma'am, how can schools can keep with the fast changing landscape technology education in education? So first of all, mindset matters. Means like we have to encourage the digital first mindset to all the students, teachers, parents, stakeholders, where the students and teachers can embrace the different kind of digital tools, collaborative mindset, problem solving mindset, or the leader should be decision maker mindset. So mindset matters most. Then, as usual, the CBSE is always introduced continuous professional development for the educators. So we have to guide the teachers and we have to foster the digital learning values to the teachers to ensure the effective integration, like how to use of AI in the classroom teaching, such as for example chat gpt we can simply saying, but still more than 75% of teachers not using the chat gpt. Then most of the teachers who are having the language barrier problems to making the lesson plan generation or question paper generation for the language subject, so duolingo also we can use. So about this awareness we have to train the teachers. Then to prioritize the cyber security and digital literacy, means what is the online safety, what data privacy, what are the responsible technology. So these all we have to guide to our teachers as well as to our students. And the one of the important and vital, that is the experiential learning, what kind of innovative teaching should be there in the classroom teaching to grasp the more and more concept, to understand easily the concepts. So we can allow the teachers as well as students to test the new educational tools through the different kind of pilot programs. So now pilot programs basically means as per the CBSE curricula, competency based we can say. So in that, what kind of graph based, what kind of graphical representation, application based, understanding based, case study based. So these kind of questions we can ask them.
Ashwini ma'am, thank you so much. Very, very relevant inputs and lot you have said in very little time that I have given you. Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you,
with this, I go to our last speaker of the day, Dr. Hitesh N. Sharma, Principal, Bloomingdale International School. Dr. Hitesh Sharma, my question to you, sir, is what advice would you give to school leaders looking to make digital learning a key part of their education system? So the problem so far has been that not all school leaders have realized the importance of digital learning. How will you guide them and motivate them to understand that this is the way forward? Over to you.
Good evening, Rashmi ma'am. First of all, I would like to thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity. See, there is a great saying, the illiterate of 21st century. The illiterate of 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write. The illiterate of 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. So my advice to all the school leaders to integrate digital learning in education is, first main thing, we should embrace a growth mindset, because people have proper mindsets. I have this soft corner. I don't want to go out of my comfort zone. So people need to remove that. First, adopt the growth mindset. Recognize that digital learning is a journey, not a destination. It's a journey, not a destination. Be open to learning, experimenting, and iterating.
Very well said.
We need to set the proper. We have to set very clear goals for digital learning. We are going to do, but what is the main reason? What are going to be achieved? How we will measure success in it? Then, whatever goals we are finalizing, we are aligning the goals. It has to be correlated with our school mission and vision. That is the main target we should be. When we align the goals with the school mission and vision, it will be very important to discuss the things and get approved from the management also. Many times management asks us, what is the benefit? Kya hoga? So there we should be answerable. Then for the teachers, we should invest in teacher training. All the teachers cannot afford. So we need to think on the leaders. We can provide the skills, we can provide the resources, We have to provide the confidence. If a person is not confident, we need to build the confidence in them by effective integrate digital tools, as most of them said. Then ensure equity and access. So when this will happen, when the teachers will have, when the students will have hands-on access to the devices, proper internet connectivity should be there. Digital literacy skills should be available in the premises. Then foster a culture of innovation. Now, in this condition, what we have to do, encourage a culture of innovation and experimentation, empower students and teachers, staff on new approaches. We should have like, oh, he's saying something, let us listen. Whether it is right or wrong, there will be something. Because see, every day, every stage, we are at the learning stage. Every moment we learn new things. So
Very important attitude. Yes, yes.
can calculate risk and learn from failure. Failure is not the last step of, so we can learn many things from the failure. Then monitor progress and evaluate impact. Regular monitoring should be done for the progress on and evaluate the impact of digital learning on students' outcome. Whatever we are doing, that should be outcome. There should be something based on that. Students oriented, teachers oriented. Use data to inform decision making adjustments as needed. Don't be verbal. Use data.
Dr.
There are
Sharma, wonderful inputs. You have brought thought into it. It is not that mechanically we are going into digitization without thinking of it. Even while we are digitizing, we are assessing, we are evaluating where have we reached, what more we need to do. Thank you so much. I wish I had more time to listen to you, but then we will definitely connect again. My dear friends, we now come to a very, very interesting part of our webinar where we are going to showcase to you the most advanced digital textbook, which is called a CAT book, a collaborative advanced textbook. You will be surprised to see its wonderfully interactive features, how it lends itself to collaboration, how it lends itself to personalization of learning by the students. Sita Ramaji, over to you. I will be giving you 10 minutes to make the magic. And after that, we'll be announcing the results of the Tech Champ quiz.
Thank you, madam.
Over to you.
So, thank you very much, everybody. And you have given us beautiful thoughts, insights on the topic of how to prepare the students for the future, technologically driven future. So, we have also our share of preparing the students for the technologically driven future by giving them a beautiful, we can say, application, which also helps the teachers to themselves, for them also to get into the future technologically driven. So I'll be just sharing my screen to you. We have come up with an application called You Educate. I request administrator to please allow me to share. So we have come up with something called You Educate. It's an end-to-end digital education solution, so which talks about the management of the campus details, one, and the second piece is the CAT book, which is collaborative advanced digital textbook. And yeah, still I'm not in a position to do. So the third piece is the closed communication, completely secured for the entire institution, which connects all the stakeholders of the. Yes, I'm able to share now. I'm quickly sharing that screen to you. You're able to see my screen, madam?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes.
So now this is basically, I'm not getting to the details of it because we got a very short time. So I'll be touching the major points of the whole solution. So once the student comes into we gives the credentials and logging into the system. So he will be accessing his interface, point number one, in which he gets all the details of the timetable and all of the required facts and figures and all the features which he has to interact with on day-to-day basis. So one of them is we got timetable, dynamic timetable, we call it as. The main feature of this is the student can get into the online session from anywhere in the globe in single one click. That's point number one. And point number two is also he can open the subject book, CAT book of a particular particular session, which is going to be covered on a particular session. So that is also made possible by mapping the whole content to the sessions in a pre-planned way. So these two are the major features of the timetable, that we call it as dynamic timetable. And the second piece, I'm getting into the CAD book. So you can see all the titles that have been provided to the student here. And I'm getting into the chemistry CBSE book for our demo purpose quickly. So I'm able to open it. You're able to see the screen, right? So now here on the top left, you can see the title and of course the details of the examining board and then the medium, then the title, and here are the different tools here on the left side on the index. For each of these units, if you see, there is a percentage here. So this percentage denotes how much the student has covered. These analytics are available to the student, teacher, and also the parents. So parents, they can know what the student is doing on day-to-day basis, how many sessions he has covered, how much of keywords and additional content he has covered, how many explanatory videos he has covered, how many concept videos he has covered. Like that, they can see that. And now when you click it, when you click a particular unit, say I'm clicking the assets and bases, so it is mapped to multiple sessions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exercises. So now I'm clicking the session 1. So in the session 1, once I go, this is navigation is scrolling down and scrolling up. What's the beauty of the CAD book and which differentiates from the normal books or the PDF books we see is that we have enhanced the content in such a way that it becomes easy for the teacher to teach in the class, point number 1, so that they can save time and then they can focus on mentoring the students. That's the purpose of saving the time of the teacher. And the second point is that when the student goes back home, he can independently again see, again get all the information and also learn very quickly. So these two are the aims behind our enhancing the content. What we have done is we have identified the keywords of every session and we have provided the additional content for each of them. That is part 1. And the second part we have, say let's suppose this is acids and bases. So that is a highlighted one. So there is an additional content here talking about acids, bases, and salts. This additional content we have provided for every keyword in the every subject of every session. So that is point number 1. And point number 2, we have provided the concept videos for which the student or the teacher need to go to the browser or the YouTube and waste their time in searching and focusing on what is that required for them. We have provided everything within the book itself, and this can be played in a beautiful way. Let us suppose this is a concept video. I am putting it here. I'm just playing it.
Lemon juice and soap water in 2 different beakers. Will we be able to list the difference between the 2?
So the beauty of the whole system is that here, normally when we have the concept videos, it is played in somewhere and the textbook is somewhere. The linking is the main challenge for both teachers as well as for the student. But here we have provided the player in the left side panel so that on the right side, the student or the teacher can go through the textbook and correlation is absolutely easy. So that is how it can be put on the very big screen also. Similarly, we have also provided the explanatory videos, which talks about the entire flow of the session will be taken care there. So that we can call it as a teaching video also, but better word is explanatory video. And the third one, what we have done is we have provided multiple 3D activities. We have provided the virtual lab experiments, lesson plans, and all these things we have provided to make the student understand the concepts very easily, point number 1. And the second point, what we have done is at the end of the session, we have provided the exercises. Before that, when the student goes back home, when he studies, then a lot of questions do come. And let us say I got a word solutions, which I do not know as a student. Then I got a specific menu over here. So I can create a notes over here. And because it's important to me, 200 characters notes I can make. Highlight, I can make the entire sentence because it's important to me without any notes. I can hyperlink it to another part of the textbook where it has been described in detail. Or I can ask this clarification from my teacher. Simply whatever I've highlighted has come over here. I'll just put the question, post it. Immediately it goes to the teacher's bucket. She will clarify it depending on his or her time. And once it is clarified, the whole thing is visible to this is my teacher's answer. It is visible to the entire set of students. So the students, other students also can collaborate. So the beauty of the whole thing is that whenever the student encounters a question, he will immediately raise, and the answer that is given by the teacher is visible to all the students of the class, and everybody gets the benefit. So that's the beauty of the whole thing. And over a period of time, it creates a beautiful repository of questions, so that once there is an assessment, simply student need to come there, just see, and he's on the top of everything. That is the beauty of that collaboration system we have provided, that is within the book itself. In addition to that, we can translate it. The one word I can translate, one para I can translate, or I can translate the whole book. Let us suppose my mother tongue is Marathi, and I wanted to take it. I wanted to see the book in Marathi because it's my mother tongue and I can understand it beautifully. On the very first go, I can read it quickly, and immediately the whole book is converted into Marathi, and I am there. Just I can read it in English book, I can take 5 minutes or 10 minutes or maybe half an hour, but my mother tongue, I can read the whole thing maybe in a zip. And I can read it, I can understand it, and I can reproduce it in my mother tongue or maybe any other language when it is required. So that's the beauty of the CAT book. It allows the student to first get that inputs in the mother tongue itself. I'm getting back to English quickly. And then we have also provided, see, let's suppose there is a word called beta. So I don't know the meaning of this. So I can search now. In the multiple search, we have provided facility where the student can search multiple browsers without stepping out of the CAT book, and multiple AIs without stepping out of the CAT book, multiple encyclopedias like Wikipedia, Britannica, and this.
Ramaji, this is
provided.
such a big advantage where the child doesn't have to go anywhere and he gets everything embedded within the CAT book. You know, when children go out to YouTube or they go to the Google search and all, or other search engines, or to AI, they actually get waylaid.
Exactly.
You know, they will be distracted by other things. But the fact that in CAT book, everything is embedded there, and on one screen, you can see your book and the other features side by side. You can relate to each other. That is the biggest advantage of the CAT book.
It comes very handy to the teachers also, madam. So teachers also just, they can refer to the AI, multiple AIs we have provided, ChatGPT, Gemini Pro, Perplexity, Llama 3, and Mr. Large. And it comes very handy for teachers especially, and of course for the students who are really required to get into that, because the teacher themselves are explaining it so beautifully in the class. Then why should they need to get into this searching? They need not. 95% they need not. Another 5% they may go. For them also it has been provided.
And you know, we always recommend to the children that that you should refer to multiple sources of knowledge, not just your textbook. Your textbook, you refer to other sources of knowledge. So when they are able to refer to different sources of knowledge through multiple search engines, through AI, you know, for one topic, they are getting multiple perspectives and they're getting so much information. And they're enriched. The whole learning process is enriched. They talk about it. They do a lot of critical thinking. They discuss it. So this really enriches the learning process.
Absolutely. Now the CAT book also provides the audio book, like the student can hear it simply, the audio of the whole session, just by clicking one on the top level, this icon, or maybe a specific para he want to see, then you can just have it specifically.
Learned in your previous classes that the sour and bitter tastes of
So
food.
it goes like that. The audio book is there for every para, or maybe the entire textbook or the entire session. So here the multiple controls have been given to the student. You can go front, back, and go seek a specific position, or control the rendering speed also. So there are so many other features are there.
Ramaji, you can even show the feature where it converts from audio to text. That's also a wonderful feature you can showcase to our audience. Yes.
So let's suppose I wanted to convert this whole text into the audio. Simply say this, click and go to the settings and make a little lesser speed, and then just play. So there are two things that are happening here.
Which property did you think of while choosing the remedy? Surely you must have used your knowledge about the ability of acids and bases to nullify each other's effect.
So that's how it has been converted into the speech, and while doing so, you can see that it is being highlighted where whatever the word that is being pronounced. So the student is very clear of the pronunciation of it. So that's how And there are other multiple features are there. Comprehensive search is there. Comprehensively, you can quickly search the additional content that we have provided.
I wish you would showcase the feature of Clarify where the children and teachers can interact there and then within the book
Yes,
and collaborate to learn together.
yes, we have shown that, and that helps a lot because the students, many of the students, they fear to ask the questions in the class. They can just put it so that they get the answers. Point number one. Point number two is that one student asking the question, it helps the entire class. So that's another beauty of the whole thing. And really, it helps. And wherever we have implemented it, we have got a real great feedback on this particular feature. So there are other multiple features are there which will really enhance the whole book experience of learning as well as teaching. From my side, it's a teachers, they will get nearly 30 to 40% of time saved for the preparation of each of their classes so that can be completely be focused on mentoring each student so that everybody is really progressing beautifully as expected. So with this, I want to take a break and give it back to control to Madam Rashmi Madam. So
thank you, Sitaramaji. Thank you very much for your presentation of CAT book. This was just a curtain raiser that you could do. For detailed presentations, we will reach out to our eminent principals and we will visit them to give a detailed presentation so that they should know about all the advanced features of our CAT book.
Yes, ma'am.
And my friends, I would like to share with you that result of the Tech Champ quiz is out, and you can refer to the chat section in order to have a look at the winners who have aced the Tech Champ quiz. And again, with this, I would like to hand over to my colleague, Mr. Ajay Bhatt, to thank you all for your presence here today. Ajay ji, over to you.
Ma'am, thank you very much. We're highly thankful to you and all the indebted to all the basically student and these leaders, education leaders who have spared their time for making this event more wonderful. And our team members also. We are highly thankful to all of you for making it great. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. And we are, before ending the webinar, I will quickly read the names of the teachers who have been so supportive in taking part in this quiz. So let me go through the names. Heetal Makwana, Kirti Prashant, Sonavani, Sarita Vishwanath, Dingore, Shweta Thorat, Hemant Golap, Sarika Pol. A big round of applause for everyone. Priyanka Bagade, Smita Nandedkar, Priyanka Seth, Rajwinder, Bane Kalbor, Sushma, Radha Acharya, Miss Swati Nana Bagel, and Amruta Kode, Uthade, Priyanka Mane, Anamika, Amit Singh, Yogita Chausalkar, Renuka Pawar, Mayuri, Khedikar, Neha, Shweta Amar Murade, Dr. Ashwini Pansare, Shubhangi Sarwar Gave, Arpita Deshmukh, Veera Vrishab Mandalik, Bindu Anil Pillai, Sonali Shalke, Rekha Swapnil Banke, Supriya Yelave, Varsha Sachin Meher, and Manisha Jausing Bhor. My dear friends, a big congratulations to you from our side. Your certificates will be delivered to your schools. Thank you so much, my dear friends. And with this, we bid you goodbye and hope to see you all again.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Good night,
Thank you.
everyone. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.